St Peter's Cathedral has been a beacon of faith in Belfast for well over a century. It was once the beating heart of the Lower Falls Road, a spiritual home to 25,000 parishioners. But today, the congregation has dwindled to 5,000. The priest of the parish has a bold plan to halt the decline.
If we can get a world-class choir, that will bring people in to see the building and worship here.
Altos!
But will the new choir master make that dream come true?
Hearing and listening are two different things, clearly.
He's quite a good voice, that boy.
He'll need help to find choir boys who've got what it takes.
This is a bit like Simon Cowell.
Yes, I do, isn't it?
It's a huge leap of faith. From humble beginnings at home to the splendour of St Peter's Basilica singing for the Pope in Rome. It's an inspirational challenge.
I'm kind of living the Billy Elliot story.
40 boys.
He nearly died, John.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
12 months. To find the one voice of the choir boys and draw people back to St Peter's Cathedral. The keys to success for the choir at St Peter's are held by Nigel McClintock, and his reputation is on the line.
The challenge is absolutely huge. It's absolutely terrifying. I mean, I've come back from England to do this job, and it could go well or it could be a disaster, and I could end up with absolute egg in my face.
He's the first full-time choir master ever to be employed by the Catholic Church in Ireland, and he's passionate about unlocking the potential of his choir boys.
You basically have to be an inspiration to them. You've got to enthuse them, and you've got to actually make them realise that anything's possible standard. You know, anything is achievable. But I mean, boys are boys, and they're hard work.
Yeah, go for it, yeah. That's the idea, good. Try.
His job is all the more difficult because he's dealing with fresh-faced, raw recruits.
Big difference, okay? No.
These boys are only just finding their voices. They've been chosen as potential choristers from schools all over Belfast.
My job is a full-time position, so I can be around 24/7 to go and recruit and to develop the music.
Some won't make it past the audition stage, so Nigel's recruitment drive is endless. But the man in the hot seat knows every trick in the book to bring out the best in them.
So fight me, okay? Now sing that note as loud as you can. Go. Pull. Anyone else? Yeah, go on. Pull away from me. Thank you. Well done. Good. We've had basically musical games, and throughout that I've had a chance to listen and to see how many yawns are going on. I mean, how many people are actually really interested. So I've given them one more week to really prove themselves, and I've told them so.
It's still early days, but the good news for Nigel is that some choristers have already made it into the choir, including 11-year-old Joe Zabir, a talented musician with a very sweet voice.
I think there's like a Haribo in here.
Ah, Haribo.
Because I like had
Is this
them
for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I had them for my break in school, and Mum said, "So if there's any left over, if your friends don't eat them all, give them Miss McClintock." And I was like, okay.
That's very nice. Thank you very much. So it's going to begin, okay, this is just a normal session. Okay, it's going to begin just as we normally do, and just trying to just listen very, very carefully to your tuning and so on. I'll find a nice quiet stop here.
Whenever I'm not doing music, I sometimes go to like clubs and things like Cubs and Scouts, and I play video games just as what a normal kid would do. And I go out and play with my friends.
Breathing.
I I love singing. I always sing around the house, and I sing in school, and I sing at concerts, I sing at recitals. And I do my theory singing and organ with Mr. McClintock on a Saturday. I'm not very sporty, prefer music, I've always preferred music.
Where are you flying to?
Joe's a lucky boy. He's got his mum Claire firmly behind him.
I think there's just a huge amount of commitment involved for the boys, and unless you really do enjoy music, you're not going to stay with it.
If you let your hand rock, look.
Yeah.
What's the idea? Yeah?
I started the organ May 2009.
It's like pre-Baroque music.
It was hard at first, but it's starting to get easier now. It's hard to coordinate your hands with your feet. It gets very hard to get the technique right.
3-2, 3-2?
Well, at the minute, I mean, he's sort of very committed to a career in music, so we'll just have to see how things pan out. I think all you can do is be there to support them, you know, and you do change your mind as you get older, you know, but I think the thing about music is that he enjoys it. You know, it's not seen as a chore. So where, you know, you might get a bit fed up doing your homework, you know, he sees this as a get out, and he's always enjoyed it.
2. You see you're shortening that too much. 1, 2.
Just have to keep practicing and keep learning and just don't stop. And hopefully one day I'll be a musician.
Great advice for the children who are still trying hard just to get into the choir.
It will take me about a year to get these boys up to the required standard in terms of discipline and fidgeting or lack of fidgeting and behaviour. And it becomes almost inbuilt after a while. It is hard to believe in the early stages when you see this to think, my goodness, will this actually ever happen?
Hello? Owen! Yes. Don't leave. We're not messing around here. This is serious business. And you know, we need the best candidates. Simple as that.
Judgment Day arrives all too soon for this intake of would-be choristers, some as young as 8.
Okay.
Nigel's assistant musical director, Helen Frame, is on hand to help choose the boys who'll make it into Scholar Cantorum, the choir.
But I'm the choir mummy because it's very important that the boys are happy. And they need somebody to keep a wee eye on them and look after them and make sure if there's somebody not feeling very well, that I can go in there and just make sure they're okay and encourage them. If somebody's a problem with their music, I suppose I'm there to read the signs. If somebody comes in with a singing voice and wants to be in a choir, we are there to absolutely make that child's wish.
Praise a God from...
I'm also able to bring in my musical experience, which means having the boys out in their practical music making. I can also accompany, sit down and play the piano for them if necessary. I can also step in and conduct.
Practical exam over. The children now have to spell out exactly why they want to sing at St. Peter's.
There is a pattern actually nicely emerging, and I think that's fair. But it'd be interesting just to see some of these comments.
There's one boy wrote he wanted to be at St. Peter's Cathedral Scholar because it seemed very professional.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
He's quite a pretty voice, that boy.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is a bit like Simon Cowell.
Yes, I do, isn't it? So I'm dressed in black today.
Yeah, mine.
Yes, exactly. Fantastic. You happy with that?
I'm very happy.
Good. Right, I think we'll go for that.
I really like school.
Decisions made. It's the best possible news for Stephen Jackson and his mum Angela. He's won a place in the choir. A great achievement against the odds.
Because I have come in a bit later, I do feel sometimes that I will get kept behind or not know how to do that or this. But my music teacher in school, she's helping me out a lot with reading the music and singing the notes. And Mr. McClintock and Mrs. Frame's helping out a lot with the music too.
He is an only child, so I wanted him to go in and meet friends and the usual and have somewhere to go after school at night. And when he joined the choir, it was fantastic. The boys have been really friendly to him.
And my nanny would say, go on, sing us a song, or go on, sing us a wee bit of a song at least. But then I can't because I don't really have that much confidence.
He just looks and goes. So I haven't got him that confident yet that he'll actually burst out into song in front of his family, not yet, but the time will come, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, the time will come.
The first big challenge for the boys will be to sing at a Sunday evening mass. It'll be celebrated by Father Hugh Kennedy. The choir was his idea, an ambitious plan to breathe new life into the cathedral.
This is a beautiful building, but if we don't have people worshipping here, we may as well have a museum. My hope, if we can get a world-class choir, that will bring people in to see the building and worship here, and that's what I'm looking for. Older parishioners tell me that they remember when Sunday after Sunday this building was packed with people coming to worship. I want to do my best to try to bring that back, and those who no longer come in here will come and see the beauty of the building and enjoy the beauty of this fantastic music and liturgy.
We're up here, it's in here. They've chopped a new tree down.
There are high hopes for chorister Michael McElroy, because when it comes to singing, this young chap isn't monkeying around. He's a typical 11-year-old who loves the outdoors,
There's Twin House.
but is a serious opera buff.
The person that inspired me to sing was Andrew Prt1 because I heard all of his songs and I thought, whoa, he's got an amazing voice, why can't I do that? And I thought to myself, I can do this.
We'll put it back down again, let them go to sleep.
This is quite cool.
Proud mum Carol believes Michael was born to sing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
When you hear Michael singing, you can't believe that such a strong voice would come out of such a wee person, and he's always been like that. He was asked to sing at his first Holy Communion. I cried and cried. I couldn't stop the tears, and I didn't expect it at all, you know, but it was so beautiful.
Nigel is under pressure.
Gentlemen, can you go steady on the sugars, please, and get back to your place?
The boys are really winding him up.
Keep it down. Keep it.
They are oblivious to his stress and the looming deadline of singing at Sunday Mass.
Afternoon, Matthew. Okay, places please, gentlemen. Quickly. Shh. Right. Now tune it. Oh dear, what was that? Now E. Good. Colouring the last note. It's flat. Ah.
It's not going well.
Careful on the last note, James, that you don't explode.
Problems with tuning and
We
discipline.
certainly need that. There's an awful lot of leaning going on, a lot of laziness going on, and... Guys, you're coming down the scale too fast. There are people here who are struggling more than others, but all the boys must realise at the end of the day they're not all necessarily going to make it. Somebody's singing the tune down an octave in the seconds. Who thinks they're the guilty party? And a 1.
Helen's doing her best too. But it's hard enough to sing in tune, let alone in Latin.
Okay, everybody, let's go. Get ready to go over to the cathedral. If you could bring with you the insane.
I'm having to jump around like a complete lunatic, trying to get their attention, trying to get even eye contact, and I'm working 150% for everybody. Now, I hope that 2 years down the road I don't have to do that they will look at me, they'll read my gestures, and I can just calm things down quite a bit. But at the minute, I'm losing stones every time I conduct.